Welcome to the channel, everybody. Got some rain here finally. Pretty excited. Just feels like everything got much taller. Branches got longer. Rain's a beautiful thing. Yeah, the amazing power of rain. Look at the new growth on these fir trees. So after a good rain, look at the little growth coming up on it here. So nature's pretty crazy, you know. I'm out here watering. You know, it's keeping everything afloat, with the rain just made everything bigger, it seems, and just has way more nutrients and way more natural power than, you know, something out of the faucet. I got something to show you. It's pretty disappointing, but is what it is, I guess. Yeah, these beetles, they tow it up in here. On my side right here, they tow it up. I'm not sure about the other side. There's still some grapes, though. Couple small little patchy areas where we may get a few grapes. What I discovered, it's that little green beetle. I think it's called a grape flea beetle. And I think that's what was getting all this. So these are the Canadice grapes here. Looks like they grew overnight with all that rain. But almost 3 weeks without a good rain. And we kept getting a little bit of sprinkles that washed the diatomaceous earth off of the plants. So on these Canadice grapes, we may get a few nice little clusters in there still. We'll have to keep putting the diatomaceous earth on. Yeah, this is just so depressing. You get all this trouble. I don't think it's gonna be worth it to put some diatomaceous earth on here if it's wet. But actually, some of these are bigger than they ever were here. That's not saying much, but I feel like if they get past a certain stage, they won't mess with them. It's almost like that's what happened with these ones here. So once they got past a certain size, it's almost like the beetle quit eating it, but it's a little green beetle. And seen them in here previous years. But, you know, if we can get a few grapes, that's a step in the right direction. Cupcake. Hey. Cupcake. France. They even ate the leaves, look. They wasn't playing. Them beetles was hungry. Look at them. We may get a few grapes out of here, we'll see. I feel like they're past the infant stage. I like to call it the infant stage. But they definitely grew a little bit, the ones that are still on here. But they wasn't playing. Them beetles was not playing. They really tow it up in here. So we'll put some more diatomaceous earth up on it once it dries up a little bit here. Yeah, they really tow it up in here. They was not playing. They meant business. The buzzards are out. We have a lot of buzzards here. It really is amazing. But it's amazing that many buzzards live right around here for the warmer months. There's a couple blossoms. I don't see any new strawberries on here. I've had a few so far. We have one tomato. Potatoes sprouting up there. Our green beans, they just got pretty big all of a sudden. Starting to climb the pole. That's exciting. Some peppers coming up in here. And our pea trellis usually works out. It didn't do too well this time, but These peas will be breakfast. And a lot of them. So yeah, when I was a much younger man here, I would go out in the garden in June, and this would be my dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever. Really good. Whoops. The shells, I would just throw them in a compost pile. I think they're so good. They're so good in June when they're just ripe. I don't like them too big because they get a little more bitter, but bigger ones we can cook, blanch off or whatever, throw them in the freezer, put them in stir fries or as a side dish, put them in a salad maybe, I don't know, whatever. But this used to be my meal when I was really into the gardening, had several thousand square feet of garden to take care of. This was my go-to in June. Well, I better get some work done. I may eat all these peas. So all this watering I did with the hose and watering cans probably helped. I don't know. Kept everything afloat, but I think the rain ultimately made everything go just blow up and kind of get longer and taller, and it's amazing watching all this unfold. It really is. When I could not water, it's been, like I said, 3 weeks since we last had a good rain here, so breaks my heart a little bit to see these grapes not doing well, but it is a learning experience, and I think next year we'll just have to be out here a little more often, and a little more on it somehow. Easier said than done. I mean, I work 14-hour days, so we get a little sprinkle early in the morning. I'm at work. That's where the difference is. So we'll have to figure something else out. Maybe a different kind of netting. I like to do the more healthier, organic type stuff. So it's not going the way we obviously wanted it to go, but it's progress. You know, if you don't try, you're really failing. You have to try, you know what I mean? If I get one grape, I'll give myself a passing grade. Just want one grape. Is that so much to ask for? So right in here, these are native grapes. They look a lot better than the ones in the vineyard. Go figure. Something's actually eating the leaves. But I've actually never seen native grapes do anything here. Maybe we'll be eating native grapes. They're not as good as the cultivated, trained ones. But we'll take what we can get. So we'll go ahead and powder up here again. There's a potential cluster. But we'll keep at it and try to salvage some of this. So one thing's for sure. These bugs ain't playing, and neither am I. respect for farmers. Don't know how they do it sometimes, but this here was $30 a bag. That's my second use. I'll probably get 3 uses out of this. And I guess that's where the drought comes in handy. Because every time it rains, I have to reapply this. Years ago, I got this. Maybe 5 years ago, I got 10 pounds of it for $5 at a Maple Equipment supplier. Got a good deal on it. And I need to kind of go back and see if I can get that deal again. So earlier in the video, I was complaining about the high cost to grow grapes and other crops, and it's amazing. I don't know how farmers do it or can afford to do it. Just seems like a lot of labor, not only, and then constantly out there battling pests. It's amazing when you stop to think about it, what it costs to put food on our tables. But check this out. This is a $2 box. Just when you think things are bad, you find stuff like this occasionally. Anyways, I don't have a good way to get in here, but let's see what's all in here. I get this pretty much once a week. I buy it for my co-workers. But for $2, there's a lot of stuff in here. Never heard of these. But every week I buy one of these. They're $2 at this discount grocery store. And I learn something new every time. I never seen this Skinny Pop. Don't know what kind of Pop-Tarts those are. These are, I don't know. But who doesn't like a mystery box? Now, I've had boxes much fuller than that, and they weren't eating as much at work this time around, so I went with the lighter one. They had heavier boxes, probably more stuff in there. I don't know one way or the other for sure. It's a mystery box, but gets me thinking, why even bother with growing food when for $2 I'm not spending hardly any money on this. I would get tired eating this kind of stuff all the time, and most anyone would, but for $2, I mean, unreal. Why am I wasting my time out here and money? But it's what I like to do. So I'm off to the garden center. I got to pick up a few things, and just talking about the high cost of everything, and then a lot of times things just don't work out, and it got me thinking, is this all worth it? It is if you enjoy it. If you're really trying to get great results, then no. I'd say only yes to that if you're doing a few things, not trying to do 50 to 100 like I am. I think if you could focus on a fewer amount of things and do it really well, it's kind of like with anything in life. A lot of these big companies, they do one thing and they do it well, or they do a couple things and they do it well. I work as a chef, and all the residents in the home that I work at, they all have different dietary needs. Kind of the same thing with plants. They all have different needs. So my answer is yes if you're doing a few things. No, it's not worth it if you're doing several things. I just want to do a quick little video and give you an update on how things are going here. Anyways, let me know how things are in your neck of the woods. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you. Cupcake. difference or actually sitting still. Not for long. Off he goes again.